Hey everyone, welcome. Let's give it a few seconds to have some more people join. I want to first start off by thank you for all the well wishes. Thank you for all the prayers. Thank you. I don't have words. I apologize if I was very emotional today. But Alexander is more than my cousin. He's a true hero, and it just really got to me. So I want to give you guys, hey Nick, hey everybody, I want to give you guys an update what's going on because I know everybody's worried, and I've been reading all the messages. So I just got literally a text. That's why I'm going live. You can hear it. I just got another text. Hold on a second, with an update for you guys. So hold on. I'm gonna read it to you exactly as I got it, so this way I don't give you. I'll give you the exact update. It's been a crazy day, crazy couple of days. Okay, so it says this text came from one of there was three gentlemen that were in the car. Alexander was one of them. Then there was a driver and one of Alexander's a helper, a guy that was helping load and unload the stuff. The driver is in critical condition right now. The helper had some minor bruises. He's the one he's been texting me, but their connection is really bad. He said he goes, we were bringing different types of aid to Dobropol, Donetsk region. And by the way, folks, Malcolm I spoke to Malcolm Nance. He has a lot of, he's shout out my brother. He told me whatever we need, he's going to try to help. He has a lot of contacts in that area also. First, let me tell you, Alexander, thank God he's alive. Uh, that's the most important thing. He's alive, but right now, he's being held at a military base somewhere there on the line for evaluation. And the plan is to get him back to Kiev as quick as possible to get into a hospital because he has looks like might have internal bleeding. He has broken ribs. He has major concussion, and this is just some of the stuff that they said. And right now they have him sedated. So the guy that's with him just texted me. So he says, we were in the Donetsk region. When we were about to enter Donetsk region, the driver saw an FPV drone and was trying to outrun it. The car hit in the ice spot and we ventured into a ditch, flipped 3-4 times. Thank God to the cars behind us. They were able to pull us out immediately until the ambulance came. Alexander was having difficulty breathing. They gave him a shot in the chest. It's hard to read. They gave him a shot in the chest and took him in the ambulance. I don't know where they took him because it's an undisclosed military location. But I was told that as soon as he's able, they will give me a call, and I will call you right away. So the great news is, and thank God for all of your prayers and wishes and everything. Alexander is alive. He's getting medical care right now. He's roughed up, and hopefully, keep praying. Hopefully, everything. We need to keep praying because he's still not out of the woods. He took a major hit. So I want to thank everybody, and as soon as I get some more updates, as soon as somebody calls me, as soon as I speak to Alexander, I will call. I will right away. Doesn't matter what time it is. I will go live. I will text. I will let you know because I know we're more than just a community. We're a family, and I know all of you guys worry about him, and it's just unfair. Like I was talking to somebody today, and it was Malcolm. I was talking to Malcolm, I think, and I said, it's unfair. I mean, this is a guy that gives up his own time with his own family during the war, during Christmas, to drive into the middle of God knows where, into while there's fighting going on, some of the worst, to be able, and he's the one, and they need to be the one to get, flip over, get hit, whatever. I mean, it's just unfair, while you got, pedophiles running around and you got sick people out there doing crazy shit. Meanwhile, they're, they some of them live along. So, but God is good. God is great. He has a mission, and he has a reason for everything that we're doing. So, I don't judge him. I just basically listen, and I go with what's going to go. And I pray that Alexander is going to get better really quickly. He is a hero. I agree with you, Dawn. He's a real hero. Because sometimes, I was speaking to my sister earlier today. She was crying, and I was saying to her, we forget sometimes, like we go, do these lives, we, send money over there, and and we feel like, we did something, but we don't even realize, how cold it is over there right now, how the fighting, the bombardment, how bad it is. I mean, as some of the people here, like Nick, who served our country, knows. I mean, this is in the middle of the war where we don't really realize to what he does. So, again, I just want to say, on behalf of Alex, on behalf of his family, on behalf of his kids here in the United States, I just want to, they asked me to say thank you, not Alex, but his family, for all the wishes, and as far as that goes. I also want to talk to you guys because besides that, there's still a lot of things happening in Ukraine. If you saw, I broke some of the news earlier today that Zelensky is going to be meeting with not Putin, I'm sorry, guys, been a long day, with Trump in Mar-a-Lago this Sunday. Right now, there's a strategic play being played. I just want all of you guys to know before, while the media is talking about, and all these pundits are saying, yes, they're going to, everything's going to be, there's some 20-point plan that they're going to work it out. There is no plan. It's not going to be worked out. This is all strategic play behind both. If you read my article, you know that Witkoff, people like Witkoff, people like Kushner have already, with Kirill Dmitriev, are worked out how to divvy it up. Zelensky is playing the game. From what I'm hearing, he's purposely agreeing to certain things, because at the end of the day, Russia's not going to agree to this 20-point plan. So at the end of the day, don't get stuck with the distractions of what's going to happen. This is all part of normalizing Russian relationship, bringing in oligarchy money, and basically try and sell Ukraine down the road. We're not going to allow it to happen. Hopefully, we pray that Zelensky doesn't allow it to happen. The Ukrainian people won't allow it to happen. I could tell you that for a fact. So we're going to keep a voice from Ukraine as loud as we can, thanks to each and every one of you. So I also want to talk about a little bit about the what had transpired in the past couple of days. There's been a lot of emotion, but we need to take the emotion out, and because a lot of people I know don't really, because of the emotion, don't understand why I'm so angry. They don't understand why I did what I did, why I said what I said. And I want to make it very clear. I was emotional because I'm a father. I'm a father, and when I see that my son is being put into a position, yes, it gets emotional. It gets to into a place where I get loud and I get angry. But I want to talk to you guys for a little bit to explain to you why I feel what happened was wrong. I want to explain to you what happened, so this way you understand, because a lot of you I know are sending me text messages and DMs. I see a lot of people going on what's it called, the messages saying, Lev, we need to all be united. You shouldn't do this behind closed doors. I want to be very clear. I don't work that way, folks. If for those of you that want me to hide things and do things behind closed doors, better not follow me. Better not subscribe to me. Go subscribe to the people that you want them to hide things from you, lie to you. The reason I'm here is not because I have a show. I'm not here because I'm a commentator. I'm not a journalist. I was part of this. I went to prison, and now I have sources and myself. I'm doing everything I possibly can to do right for what I did. You could call it redemption. You could call it whatever you want to call it. For me, this is what I'm doing, and I do it from the heart. I don't do it because of anything else. Do I ask for money and subscribers? Absolutely, but those go for either good causes, as you could see Alexander does, or because to be able to support my family, because I'm still under supervised release. I don't hide it, I don't lie, but I don't build a platform or come here and give you clickbait stuff or try to give you stories to be able to make money. I come here and I give you the stuff because it's true and because I truly believe our voices matter. I truly believe together we will stop and save our democracy. I truly believe that we've already done a lot of damage in the past 10 months. I truly believe that everything we're seeing play out has a lot to do with what we did, with a lot of the stuff our community here, that the breaking news, even though certain people didn't cover it, even certain people played, even certain people did things, but we matter because we made the phone calls, and if you see everything our community was doing, now you see the Wall Street journals, now you see all these pundits, they're talking about, oh yeah, Cash, what's his name? Dan Bongino is leaving because he's not on board with them. Stuff like that. They have no idea. Most of these people, and I say this not to be mean or to be. I'm not here to play games. I'm not here to try to cover up or something. I'm here to save our democracy, and I'm gonna do it the way I know how to do it. Because if I do it the way it's been done for the last time, you saw what happened. We lost because these people don't know. The other half of the people that are out there trying to just be pundits and play nice with me because they, want to, have platforms and make money. I'm done with that also. I don't need friends. I'm not here to build friends, and I'm not here. I have my family, and that's all, and friends, and and my community. You people are my family. I don't even consider you friends. So those of you that disagree with me, please, you're welcome not to follow me, because at this here we're here to talk about truth. Here we're going to talk about reality. Here we're going to give voices to people that don't, especially when it comes to people like the kids in Ukraine, especially when it comes to the Epstein survivors. And this is where I want to talk to you about, and this is where we are, because this is very important. Right now, I want you to hit all those hearts as hard as possible, because this is where you're going to understand where I'm coming from and why I'm worried about why my son today, as Michael Cohen put it, put out that I'm going anywhere like podcast, with Aaron Parnas, and trying to, use Aaron Parnas's name to be able to get more, build his community. Before I go into that community, and before, I want to say this. I know Michael Cohen for many years, many, many years. I know people in Michael Cohen's world, probably. uh, I know his uncle. I know a lot of people. I'm not accusing Michael Cohen, and I'm not saying that Michael Cohen did something illegal. I want to make it very clear. I don't know, don't have the proof. And it's not about if Michael Cohen did something illegal. But I do know from my very good sources, and I do know from some very good investigators, that Michael Cohen is not being fully transparent. And he's not being fully transparent on a lot of different issues. He's not being the only transparent issue he has been on is the Stormy Daniels case. And ever since then, if you take a look, he constantly stands up for Donald Trump. He constantly makes excuses for Donald Trump. He constantly does a lot of things. That started bothering me for a while already, and I started doing some work behind the scenes because I did not want to be associated. Michael Cohen also knew very well that I did not want my son to be associated anywhere near what he was doing. And if he told you he called me, he never called me. He never called me and said, "Hey, Lev, I want your son to go on and talk about the Epstein files," especially during a time where you're, having an issue yourself with people that are calling you out on the Epstein stuff. So I want everybody to understand. Same thing. The reason why I called out Midas Touch, I told you, not personal. I love Ben. I think they're good guys, but I think, like I said before, and I'll say it again, even though we made up, it's not to save our democracy. We have to be honest with you. And the reason is I told Ben, you heard it. I said, be careful being around Michael Cohen. You guys support him. You guys are partners with him. You guys put it out there. He's not being fully transparent. Just like, listen, look what's happening now. I'll give you a perfect example. All of these people that right now our pictures are coming out with the Epstein files that knew that he was no good and still decided to do with it. So I'm putting all of you pundits out there on I'm warning. I'm warning everybody. I told that to Malcolm Nance, and I'm telling everybody out there. Do your own due diligence. Be very careful because a lot of you go out there and you guys play the game. You support each other. You talk about to build these communities. You talk about. I'm telling you, don't be the one that's caught up when certain news comes out all of a sudden, and you're standing there because you're doing podcasts together and you're doing. That's why I don't want my son involved in it. And I tell you in front of everybody, if Michael Cohen comes out and proves that has nothing to do with this, and no, meaning he knows nothing about this, I promise I will be the first one to come out here live, apologize to each and every one of you, apologize to Michael Cohen, and do whatever it takes to make right for it. But so far, all of you that have followed me from the day I came here, I have not. I've been batting 1,000, and I'm not saying that because of trying to be so nonchalant. I'm saying that because I try not to give you my opinion. I try not to give you my hypothesis. I try not to talk about policies. What I try to do is constantly bring you truth that has factual stuff to it. That's why they say Lev has the receipts. That's why they say all that stuff. So what I'm saying to you is, please, if you guys want to go watch Michael Cohen and others and just get opinionated and get pissed at me because you think I'm dividing a party, then you're more than welcome. I'm not asking you to stay. The only people I want here, especially the same thing goes to every volunteer out there. If you guys are supporting right now Michael Cohen, please do not support me because please go enjoy everything. I want people on my team that want truth, transparency. I want people on my team that want real news out there. I don't want people on my team. I don't want people supporting me. I don't want people coming up here. They're going to be talking about. I am going to get to the bottom of the Epstein files, even though they're not coming out fully, because Donald Trump, as I told you, is already deleted and that's why Michael Cohen comes out and screams so loudly, "Release the files." I don't want to speculate. Release the files because he knows they're not coming out. He knows very well they're being hidden. But what I'm going to tell you this is there's a lot to come out. I'm also going to give you some more news. So this Monday, make sure you guys all subscribe. And those of you that want to really support me, become paid subscribers because we're going to have a special Lev Lives. I have a special guest. It's going to be an attorney and I'm not going to mention the name yet. It's an attorney for the survivors, for lots of survivors, an attorney for that is not only representing several survivors, but also right now in a lawsuit against the FBI and the DOJ for the survivors. So we're gonna make sure, as I promised you, that I'm going to get to the bottom of it. And I'm going to work with good people, investigators like Zev Shalev, like the terrorists, because it's nothing wrong to ask a question. You don't and you don't attack people for asking questions. Those of you that know me, I've been always asked till this day. I get asked very tough questions, and I never insult anybody. I never attack anybody. I answer the question, and the truth will always come out. And I tell that, and that's why I say, and I have nothing to hide. So for those that want to smear me, just think about it. Yesterday there was a smear campaign that went on about me all over that I am something's wrong with me because why? Because I want to protect my son. And you know what? These stories that are coming out that it was a last minute thing, and folks, my son, it's what's it called? Public information it works for Midas Touch. So does Michael Cohen. So they all have the same producer. So the fact that they're coming and trying to say to me like, "Oh, it was last minute. It was Lefty or this guy he called up." It's a crack of shit because I know all these people. They know my relationship. They know what's it called. I don't want my son involved in it. To the fact that I don't even go on with my son because I don't want my son involved. I don't even go on with my son. You're gonna go on with my son? I'm not. You're gonna go drag him into this. That if something's wrong with you, then what's it called? So yes, Michael Cohen. I know you just had somebody send me telling me you guys were on with Dave Ehrenberg and also Malcolm Nance. I'm just telling you guys like this. You all make up your own decisions and what you do, but I'm telling you right now. If you want the truth and if you really want to save our democracy, then go to either subscribe to me, either support me by going to the Lev PPTP at proton.me. That's our volunteer hotline because I'm telling you, I'm going forward and I'm not going with anybody else. I don't need any baggage. I'm going to go because I know what it takes to be able to get back our democracy and make a difference in a lot of the races. Everybody else, you will see. What I tell you, some people talk, follow the action because you see our action, you see what we do. When you donate money to one of our campaigns, you see where your donations go. You see where how they get delivered and what happens. Not like other people just say, "Oh, just send it to me and let's go." When I tell you I'm going to do something, I promise you I'm going to do it. And we are going to expose everybody that's trying to protect and cover up for the pedophiles. And it doesn't make a difference if you were. And this is what I want to make sure everybody understands. And this goes to every single person that wants to promote and do stuff with Michael and others and everything. Be very careful because it's not just the fact you don't have to be the actual person doing crimes, but if you're going to support people, just like all those people, just like Bill Clinton and everybody else supported Epstein. It doesn't matter that they might not have participated. I don't give a shit that they didn't participate. They knew he was a pedophile. They knew he was a criminal, and they still hung around. So it doesn't matter if Bill Clinton, as far as I'm concerned, had sex with an underage girl. The fact that Bill Clinton continued to associate himself with Epstein, that's enough for me. And that goes for all these other people because they knew. So it's not, so when Donald Trump comes up and says, "Oh, a lot of good people are their pictures with him," and that's bullshit. That's a cop out. All these people knew who he was, and they're all complicit. That's why Donald Trump. So I want to make sure that all of you understand that this is the line that we're gonna draw. So if you're gonna tell me to stop talking and you don't want to hear me telling the truth about Midas or about Peter or Michael or Bob, then don't subscribe to me because I'm not I don't need any friends. I need people that want to save our democracy. And if you're here, and there's a lot of good people, and you will see me in it with a lot of people like Zev Shalev and others, and Dean and others that we go on. They really truly want to go out there and get to the truth and others. So I promise you guys, I will never stop talking. I promise you. They tried to shut me up. They tried to put me away. They tried, the crazy part, they tried to make my family think that I was crazy because I was telling the truth. And now, they tried to do the same thing. And they tried to use my son, tried to talk about my son. So I want you to know this, guys. As far as the Midas touch goes, me and Ben have, yesterday, if you saw, like I said, I hope this was a misunderstanding. I hope this was whatever they called. If it was, you will see then them reposting breaking news articles of mine. You will see that. But for some reason, with all honesty, guys, again, uh, uh, you know, uh, They gotta make their choice. I don't care. I don't need them to repost. If they don't want to, that's their choice. That's what I'm saying to you. I don't. I just don't want it to be like we're playing games. I want the truth to come out. I listen. You. A lot of you guys say. Let me say this. Let me ask you this, guys. You say that Midas Ben is a good guy. I never say he's a bad guy. But let me ask you this question: how come Ben does not repost you? If you follow me, and if you subscribe to me, and if you see the breaking stories I am, can you tell me? Ben can't tell me. Nobody's telling me. Can somebody tell me how come none of the Midas Touch contributors repost any of the articles that I put out? It's not about. I don't care about the anything. I'm just curious why. Is if they think that it's bad news, or think if they think I'm doing somebody should come out and say that's why we don't post it. But for some reason, they repost Michael Cohen's articles. And that's why I said, be careful. That's why I told Ben yesterday, be careful. I hope Ben listened. I believe me. I don't want. If you guys know me, for those of you that know me, I'm not here. I'm not on this platform to divide. I'm on this platform to unite. I'm on this platform not to argue with anybody. If I'm already coming out and tell you guys, for those of you that watched me for the past 10 months, you don't see me being confrontation like this. If I'm telling you, I'm warning you. I'm telling you. I've this there's things we're going that's going to start coming out, and I don't want my son associated. My son might not realize it. My son that might not know it. I don't speak to my son about everything. My son is a grown man. He has his own business, and this is not about my son. And that's what kills me more than anything. When Michael Cohen keeps saying my son, that this when Midas mentioned my son, it has nothing to do with my son. The only thing it had to do with my son is Michael Cohen especially understood that he was going to do that interview, and he keeps saying, "Oh, it was only 4 questions about the Epstein file." Why are you even talking with him about the Epstein file? Why don't you first come and let's have a conversation in a panel? And this is what I'd like to do. And I know a lot of people keep saying Michael said this, Michael said this. Look, Michael, if you're watching or if you're going to watch, I want you to hear me loud and clear. I'm not going to do anything behind closed doors. We're not going to do phone calls. There's not going to be no secrets. There's not going to be anything. Those days are over with everything. Everything is going to be done transparent. Like we said, we have a community here. We have a family here. We have a resistance here. People pay money, especially to know the truth. Where that's what I want, the truth, transparency. So, with that said, I welcome next week, Monday, I have a survivor, the lawyer survivor. I will let you guys know what time, Tuesday or Wednesday. Let's prepare. We will put together a panel. Michael, you're more than welcome to come there. There will be other people there like Zev Shalev. There will be other people like Tara Palmieri and others that have been investigating certain parts of it. And let's have it out. Let's have it out once and for all. And Michael, I want to apologize to you. I want to say, you know what, I was wrong and I'm sorry, and I will be the first to do it. But I hope I'm wrong. But if I'm not wrong, Michael, everybody, you've been warned. I told you why this. This is nothing personal. This is nothing, like I said, I have nothing personal against Michael Cohen. I'm here to speak for the survivors. Okay. And there's answers that need to be answered. And I'm not saying Michael Cohen was a part of something, did something, but I know for a fact that Michael Cohen is not telling you everything that Michael knows. I'll even start off with that, folks. Michael Cohen has worked for Donald Trump for 14 years. How many other cases, how many other things did he say that Donald Trump did besides the Stormy Daniels? I welcome. Me and Michael could debate this with you guys all day long. Anytime. I will. And you know what? You know what? Why don't you guys do this? A lot of you, why don't you have Midas Touch promote it, and then and they could have Michael Cohen and me on there, and we could discuss all of the stuff, whatever we want. I have no problem. I just want you to understand. Please don't send me messages to as far as that for me to stop talking, because I'm not going to stop talking. Don't send me messages that we shouldn't be fighting between me and everybody. I'm not fighting with anybody. I'm not fighting with AI. I'm here to tell you the truth, facts. The reason why there's fighting going on is because certain people don't like the truth, don't like the facts, and can't handle the truth. Like when I told Matt Gates, you can't handle the truth, Matt Gates. Well, so can't certain a lot of people on here. So what I'm going to tell every single person on Substack, all of the independent so-called journalists, that starting today, I am going to call out everybody who that this is not about called dividing us. This is about uniting us. This is about making sure that we don't have on Substack a CNN, MSNBC, because that's what it's becoming. But the difference is when you watch CNN, MSNBC, you might be paying your local cable, getting it for some. But here it's costing you a lot of money to be able to start following these so-called independent journalists, and there's a lot of them. So if they're going to be independent journalists, let them start being independent journalists. If they're not, we're going to call them out, because when there's breaking news and they're going to wait 6 months to break it, I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's Peter, Bob. I don't care if it's my own son. I tell you honestly, I love him to death, and that's why I am. That's why I told him he needs to. If you guys love my son Aaron. If you guys love my son, you should all tell him he needs to go on his own. He doesn't need to be around Midas Touch or anyway, not because they're not good, not because I'm trying to go against Midas Touch or anything. Please don't misunderstand me. He needs to go on his own. He's the one. He does good work. He's a real independent journalist. And I don't want him to be used with people that are not independent. Michael Cohen is not an independent journalist, folks. Okay? It's like Jerry Springer on steroids. So that's why I want you to say. So I wish the best for my son, and we're not gonna be talking about, for those that say, oh, we're gonna be, we don't. I'm not. I've never argued with him. I love him to death, and I will do whatever I can to protect him. But that's why my advice is for him to go. It's time for him to go on his own. He doesn't need to be associated, because if somebody else goes down, it's going to make him look bad. And you know what? I don't want that for my son, because he's a good journalist, and he's a good-hearted kid, and he loves what he does. He loves you guys as subscribers. He does what he can, and to be put in a position. Just think about what position they put him yesterday, where he had to go on live and basically keeps trying to protect him by telling me to stop that. But he wasn't protecting, because I wasn't talking about anything to do with my son. I wasn't talking about anything me or anything my son. I was talking about Michael Cohen, and I was talking about Midas. And they were he was forced to go protect the situation. So I want to make it very clear. As far as Midas goes, I have no, we yesterday we made peace. I hope, going into the new year, I hope we are in the same team. I hope they, you know, I don't need them to do it for me. I need them to do it for the people of Ukraine. That's what I want you to understand, folks. I don't need Midas to do any of my letters or anything. The only thing I asked of Midas Touch, and that's why I'll make clear. And if you look what I asked yesterday of Ben, I asked him for one thing. I asked him to use their powerful platform to be able to help the people of Ukraine. That's what I asked them. If they don't want to use their powerful platform to break information that I give to democracy, and they want to be echo chamber, that's their business. That they have all the right to do that. I'm not mad at them. I don't care. I'm not partners with them. They don't owe me to put out my information. So I want to make it clear. I don't have an issue for everybody that's, trying to figure out what's going on. I want to make it very clear. I don't care if Midas puts out my stuff. I still would love him. They would still be my friends. It has nothing to do with another. Am I? Do I think it's weird? Absolutely, because for all those years they used to put out my stuff, and now when we're supposed to be taking Trump down, they're not. My true opinion, why they are, I think they became a product of their own, what they didn't want to do, because they became a hardcore Democratic, independent journalist, whatever you want to call it. But once you become Democratic, you're no longer independent. Now you're all, you have a, what's it called, thing. So listen, I want to say this. This is nothing bad against Midas again. If you, so make sure don't stirred up shit telling him. I just want to make it clear for you guys to understand exactly what's going on. They have the right to do what they want. I want them for everything I did for Midas to help them, with interviews. I never turned them down. I never did. The only thing I ask for them is for them to promote the Ukrainian channel. So this way, Ukrainian people, especially now through what's going to go on, will have the 6 million people they have on YouTube or wherever could go. And I don't want there to be any paywalls on that. I don't want paywalls on any of those letters. I want those letters information to go out directly. That's all I want from my. If they truly care and want to have, that's what I want, and that's what I ask. That's all I care about them. That's Midas. Let's put them aside. So this way you guys don't misunderstand what the issues is. So I don't have any other issues with Midas. I don't need them to promote. As far as my stuff, that's up to you guys. If you are okay with them not promoting the breaking news that we do here at Lev Remembers, that's fine. We're building our community one way or another, with them or without them. Remember, we're going forward no matter what. You know that. You already know that by me. So let's stop talking about Midas. Let's understand that I have no ill will. Me and Ben are good. I've texted with him and called with him afterwards. I think he reposted Alex's. I hope, you guys tell me, hopefully, Aaron, all of them. Let's see how many Midas contributors, repost and talk about what happened to Alexander today. Today, a true hero, a hero that saves many lives, a true hero that goes out there on Christmas to be able miracles. You see it yourself. I don't have to just sit there. This is not just writing a letter or talking about. You see it with your own eyes. And I sent it out. Let's see how, and all I ask from all of them is please we need prayers. I didn't ask him for money. I don't ask him for anything. I ask for prayers. Right now, I'm asking from every single out there, journalist, everything independent, pundit. I'm asking you, for me, for the people of Ukraine, for Alex, right now, say a prayer. Go out there, repost that message so people could go say a prayer. Because go out there, because that's all we need. We need right now the power of God, the power of prayer, so we could get Alex back on his feet. We owe that to him. The people owe that to him. So please, I'm asking. That's all I want from Midas. When it comes to Michael Cohen, that's separate. I want to make it very clear. I don't accuse and say that Michael Cohen did anything wrong or criminal. Let's make it factual. I don't have a problem with that. Where I have a problem with Michael Cohen is not 100% honest and factual about certain things that are going on. I let a lot of things slide because, like I said to you guys before, just like with a lot of other Democrats, I have a lot of information. But I told you, those of you that follow me, that there's a time and a place. When we win back our democracy, we will expose everybody, even Democrats, Republicans, doesn't matter, because I'm here for the people. I'm not here for red, white, blue, green. It doesn't matter. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? But then what triggered all of this was the Epstein files. Just like what triggered, just think about it. The same thing that triggered Donald Trump triggered Michael Cohen. I want everybody to stop and think about for 1 second. I want you to think about how Donald Trump handled the Epstein files. And I want you to think about how Michael Cohen handles every time he is questioned about the Epstein files. I'm going to let you people make your own decisions on that and who you want to support and how you want to go. So going forward, hopefully later today, I'll be able to give you some more stuff that's going on in Ukraine. But as I told you, this is all talk. Really, nothing happening there. And anyway, I gotta go pick up my kids. Please keep praying for Alexander. As soon as I have an update, I'll let you know. But I just wanted to give you a clear update of what you should know, what really is going on, what's happening, and why I'm doing it. Because I'm not crazy. It's not about personal. There's nothing personal. This is all about I want to protect my son, for him not to be involved in any situation that could go arise. And B, you are every single one of you deserves to know the truth. You need to know what's going on, and the truth needs to come out. And that's what I'm all about. And that's all I care about. So, folks, please stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe. Next week is going to be a big week. Tomorrow, I think Saturday, yes, we're going to do coffee and tea with Dean. We're going to go into a lot of this stuff. We're going to go into a lot of the stuff, but also Monday, like I said, very big interview with one of the lawyers for the survivors. And then also, I've been speaking to Zev and others. We're going to be doing a special panel to go through. And remember, when I do these things, I invite everybody to it to be able to speak for themselves. Because the one thing I'm going to do is tell the truth. And Michael, just understand, if you really cared and if you if understood, you would have called me before you when you heard Aaron was coming on, because you knew I would have told you, Michael, you do you. Do not bring my son into it. You crossed the line, and now it's time to get the whole truth out. So, folks, that's where it is. You know what I'm saying to you, and that's all it's about. The truth needs to come out. The survivors deserve it. You deserve it. We all deserve it. So, God bless each and every one of you. If I don't speak to you later today because I haven't been feeling that well, I need to get some rest. I will be calling you later. Take care. Bye bye. No, that doesn't matter.